Hello everyone, it's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Chatterbox. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope everyone is doing fine. What do you make of that then? The fixtures have been announced. Manchester United will start against Arsenal at Old Trafford on the 17th of August. First game of the season. What do you make about that, guys? We will also play Man City and Chelsea in the opening 5 games of the season. We'll be playing Man City, of course, away from home and Chelsea at home. It's going to be difficult, guys. It is going to be difficult. Plus, obviously, Fulham away and Burnley as well. So, you know what? We've got a tough opening 5 games of the season, guys. But what do we do about it? Do we moan about it? Do we cry about it? No, we don't. We don't do that. What we do is we say this. This is an incentive for Ineos to get their act in order and get prepared for the start of pre-season. We need the players in by pre-season. If anything's going to tell them how important it is, this fixture list will tell them how important it is, because we all know how pear-shaped the season could go if you don't get the players in. Oh, there we go. If you don't get the players in, guys, it could go absolutely wrong. Now, you can use this fixture list 2 ways. We can worry about it. We could be scared. We could be like, oh my God, we're going to play Arsenal in the first game of the season. Or we can use it as motivation and we could say to ourselves, you know what? If we beat Arsenal, we got motivation to go on. But then if we lose to Arsenal, it's an uphill challenge from the get-go. It's an uphill challenge. We don't want that. If we beat Arsenal and we beat Man City and we beat Chelsea, it's optimistic. But if we beat Arsenal in the first game, you never know what can happen, guys. And you never know, what the season could bring. It's all about confidence. It's all about getting in that momentum. You know, Man United need momentum. And you know what? It's not ideal playing Arsenal the first game of the season. But if there's any blessing to come out of this fixture list, it's the fact that it's going to signify how important it is to get transfers done, guys. We need to get the transfers done and we need to get a step on. We need to get it moving. Absolutely. But Manchester United start the season with Arsenal as the first game of the season. Who would have thought it? We played Arsenal a couple of years ago. The second game of the season, wasn't it last year? We played him in the second game of the season when Garnacho had that goal, which should have been allowed and it was disallowed and stuff like that. Looking forward to it, guys. You can either take it, you know what, in a way that, oh my God, I'm down. I can't believe we're going to be playing Arsenal. Or you could say, you know what, a great opportunity. But this is obviously the most important thing is for Manchester United to get the transfers through the door. So we are prepared. We need to be prepared for this fixture. We cannot just go into that game without our players. You know, we have to go in there fully ready, pre-season behind the belt. And I'll guarantee you guys, you're going to see a surprise from Man United. If we get in Bremo, if we get Cunha, and we have those players, starting at the game at Old Trafford, oh, it's going to be tasty, isn't it, at the end of the day? You know what? Could your carers be playing for Arsenal? Could your carers be playing for Man United? What's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen is so many twists and turns in that game. I cannot even fathom, what it's going to be like on the opening game on the 17th. But Man United play Arsenal. We also play Man City and Chelsea in the opening 5 games. Well, you're going to have to play everybody. But obviously, we wouldn't have liked to play that many tough games initially, would we? Because when you play tough games, you can lose tough games, and then you lose the morale. You lose the momentum. And that is why I said it'd be much better if we start off with a Burnley at home or Sunderland, if you know what I mean. But there we are, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I hope you're all doing well. Let's get into some of your comments. Big up, everyone. Hope everyone is cool. Big up, Natty. What's going on, my friend? Good afternoon, Sal. We have to get the deals done. There's been no excuses, absolutely. Lanzo, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I don't mind if we turn up in big games. You know, Man United do generally turn up in big games. But you know one thing I would say, Lanzo, thanks for joining the channel, my friend. What I would say is that Man United do generally do well away from home. We do better away from home than we do at Old Trafford. We got to start making Old Trafford a fortress again. Opening game, Arsenal, 17th of August. Let's go and get it, guys. Sky game, let's go and get it. TV game, let's go and get it. Let's go and get it. Let's get that momentum straight away. We beat Arsenal first game of the season. What a way to start the season. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Most likely be 0-0. You know what I mean? Most likely be 0-0, but you know what? You never know with these type of games. The most important thing, as I said, and I keep stressing, how important it is for Ineos to get the players in. We need to get a step on. We need to get moving. We need to be prepared for that game. It is all about preparation for these games. If we're prepared, if we got in Bremo, if we got Cunha, if we got our striker in, and we got other players in as well, We can do it, guys. Absolutely. Joseph, we have the toughest Premier League start of the season. This is a huge under pressure for Amorim. I'm scared. I'm not scared. I'm never scared about football. Absolutely not. I've seen a lot of things at Man United. We've seen a lot of things at Manchester United. You know, not to be scared of anything. I've seen great Arsenal sides. I've seen better Man City sides. And what I would say is that, you know, I think it is the hardest game. It is hard. I think Man United have a habit of having the hardest starts of the season. I think we had the hardest start of the season last year, didn't we? When we played Man City early, we played Arsenal and stuff like that, wasn't it? Was it the season before? But, you know, one thing I would say is that you can use the glass half full or glass half empty. And, you know, you could say that, you know what, we're going to use this as momentum. If we win this game, you know, we can go on, the momentum will be there and it'd be great. But if we lose this game, it can go the opposite way. We know that. We could play Arsenal. We could lose to Arsenal. We could play Fulham, and then play Burnley, win those 2 games if we beat Fulham, but then lose to Man City. And then it's like, yeah, average start to the season, isn't it? And then we play Chelsea at home. Look, you know what? If we get the players in that we need to get in, I don't fear anybody. I've never been scared of anybody in the Premier League, especially not this lot. This Premier League is full of, it's overrated. You know, what I would say is that, Man United just need to get their transfers done and get their business done, I would say. Absolutely. Natty, Sal, imagine if your carers come to United and celebrate. Oh, my God, it'd be sweet. Absolutely, but it can work the other way. Imagine he goes to Arsenal and does that to us. Look, I don't want to say anything too negative, but you know what? Nothing has been confirmed yet, has it? So in regards to your carers, that'd be beautiful. Imagine Bremo bends one in the top corner. Imagine Cunha smacks one from 25 yards in the top corner. Imagine that. Imagine what can happen. Absolutely lovely, isn't it? Think about it. Get that positivity and that energy, that positive energy going on. We could do it, guys. Absolutely. Good morning, Kazi. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Emirates, what's going on? The only thing that Man United could do to convince fans to make a statement signings, otherwise the future is dim. Yeah, Man United need to get a move on. Bill, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Evening. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope everything is good with you, man. And LB98, what's going on happen when United will lose and have another shite season? What's going to happen is United will lose and have a nice shite season, a bit like how your mother felt when she gave birth to you, my friend. Absolutely. She lost. 3 p.m. KO's time on Saturdays. Big up, Kazi. Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself. Hope everything is cool with you. Lansel, I do agree this now accelerates our transfer now because we have to start the season. Absolutely, Lansel. Spot on. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're playing Arsenal first game of the season. So that is, if that's not a message to the board that we need to get deals done quickly, I don't know what is. I don't know what is, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And can't wait for it. Can't wait for it. Bring it on. Lansel, Sal, we need to be reinforced the midfielder as well. I agree with that, Lansel. Man United have got a weak midfield. When you look at other midfields around the Premier League, in particular the top 6, I don't think Man United's got the strongest midfield. I think we've got one of the weakest midfields in the top half of the table. Man United do need a midfield. I'm a bit worried about Bruno Fernandes. I know a lot of people wanted to keep him, but now Bruno Fernandes is going to play as the number 8, which is going to cause a lot of issues. I hope it doesn't. I really don't. But, he's not a defensive-minded player. So it does put a lot of pressure on the likes of Casemiro, the likes of Ugarte, or maybe Mainu, someone like that. It does put a lot of pressure on them. So I do think that Man United need another midfielder, but I don't think we're going to get one this summer. I just got this bleak feeling about it, at the end of the day. Our attack is good. That's a good thing. We got a good attack and it's dangerous. And maybe, just maybe, that might push teams back further, when we play them rather than, us being pushed back for a change. Natty, if we win against Arsenal, Arteta outmove and out of start. Absolutely. What an incentive. Old Trafford, 77,000, Natty. You know what I mean? We're not playing at the Emirates. We're going to go to Old Trafford, 77,000 of our people, and we're going to do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Vlahovic, big up. I'm going to get into that. Big up. Sal, do you rate Vlahovic? I'm going to get into that. We shouldn't be worried. Cunha in Bremo is almost done deal to get your carers. We are Manchester United. Kazi, we shouldn't be worried about Asna. Why are we worried about them? You know what I mean? We've seen great Arsenal teams in the history of Man United and Arsenal. We've seen great Man United teams. We've seen good Arsenal sides. So we shouldn't be worried about this Arsenal side in particular. We should see this as an opportunity. We should see this as an opportunity to gain momentum. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say at the end of the day. We should see it as an opportunity at the end of the day. And I wouldn't be scared. And obviously not, I wouldn't be scared. But guys, let's get into it. Let's get into the fixture list, which will be, obviously, let's get into the actual Premier League fixture list. So let me just get this up. Here we go. So this is the opening 5 games for Man United. We've got Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, Man City, and Chelsea. Arsenal on the 17th of August, Fulham on the 23rd, Burnley on the 30th, Man City on the 13th, Chelsea. It's a very difficult transfer list. It's a difficult fixture list. It's a very difficult fixture list indeed. It is. You can't get much difficult than this, apart if you added Liverpool in there. That's all they need to do is add Liverpool in there. That is a difficult fixture list if there ever was one, guys. Absolutely. A very, very tricky one, in my personal opinion. When we look at the fixture list as a whole, and we look at the whole fixture list and with the cup games, etc., look, we got Liverpool literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In the opening 8 games, in the opening 10 games, we got Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool. Guys, in the opening 10 games of the season. That's what we got. I mean, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Man United, that's probably the hardest fixture list that has ever been. You know what I mean? Now, in the opening 10 games, people are talking about the opening 5 games. In the opening 10 games, we got Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, City, Chelsea, Brentford away, which is not easy, Sunderland, and Liverpool. Guys, it's going to be a tough one. And that is only up to October the 18th. And that is only up to October the 18th. So there you go, guys. There you go. We play Liverpool on the 18th of October away from home at Anfield. We play Liverpool at home all the way in May the 2nd, of course. We play Leeds. The first time we play Leeds, we'll be playing Leeds away on January the 3rd. We'll be playing Leeds at home on April the 11th. You know, so there you go. We play Arsenal again away on January the 24th, guys. So interesting. And we play Spurs to get a little bit of revenge on November the 8th if we play Spurs away from home. So tricky little fixture list there, guys. But Man United, you know what? We always do it the hard way. Why don't we just do it the hard way again? Absolutely. Why don't we do that at the end of the day and just do it the hard way like we always do, guys? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it can work both ways. As I said, you can win the games. You can win the games that you don't not expected to win and get on this momentum, you know what I mean? And start getting this, confidence going on, especially if we get players through the door. We get players through the door. We get Cunha and Bremer and a striker, and we win against Arsenal. Imagine how people are going to be feeling. Imagine the vibes and stuff like that. It'd be absolutely incredible, wouldn't it, at the end of the day, guys? Absolutely. Big up Kazi, big up everyone. Eamon. The only thing Man United can convince the fans to make a statement signings. Absolutely. I think I read that one. Big up. 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturdays. I'll be here live for the watch-alongs, guys. Don't worry about that, of course. Let's have a look. Natty. I heard Richard Rios' price is 85 million. Yeah, look, this is the problem that Man United had with Richard Rios last year, Natty. Richard Rios is valued about 20 million euros, guys. That's how much he's valued at. But Palmeiras set a price like they did last year. Palmeiras set a price at 90 million euros. Ridiculous, isn't it, for the 25-year-old Colombian international? Ridiculous. 60-odd million. Look, guys, I would take all this with a pinch of salt. I'll take all this with a pinch of salt and say, is this the agent again? Is this the agent again trying to create hysteria around Richard Rios' name so we get interested parties? We're not going to get interested parties with that bloody transfer fee. Another bit of news in regards to Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho, rumours are that he's going to Napoli. Far off the mark. He will be going on Napoli. If he goes to Napoli, he will be going on loan. Jadon Sancho wants to run down his contract. Jadon Sancho wants to get a big payout from another club next year. Jadon Sancho's not going to sign for another football club. The only thing we can do with Jadon Sancho is send him on loan. He's not going anywhere. Forget about it. He's not going anywhere at the end of the day, guys. Now, the news that I've been talking about, guys, is obviously Dusan Vlahovic. Dusan Vlahovic has been made available by Juventus, guys. Dusan Vlahovic, whose contract expires in 1 year. His value is 35 million euros. Now, what's the problem with Dusan Vlahovic? Why are Juventus fighting tooth and nail to get rid of this player? I want to know why. 36 caps for Serbia, 14 goals. Good player, prolific, better than what we have. Would you pay the money for it? 35 million euros. It's going to go up to 45, isn't it? 50. That's probably what it will go up to. But his contract expires in 1 year. So Juventus could give us the runaround. What do you think of Dusan Vlahovic? My opinion is that I'm not a big fan. I'm sorry, I'm not. But he's a good player. He's a good player. But I don't think he's the player that I would be excited about if Man United sign him. 25 years old, of course. But if Man United get him, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. He's prolific. I don't know. He's never played in the Premier League. He's been at Juve for a very, very long time, of course. So I wouldn't mind Dusan Vlahovic, to be fair. But, in my opinion, it will be a risk. Started off at, obviously, the famous Partizan Belgrade Academy. Interested clubs include Barcelona, Tottenham, Nottingham Forest. Barcelona are the most favourites in regards to signing Dusan Vlahovic. But Man United are in the hunt. Man United are in the hunt. So they have to play that one by ear. But Dusan Vlahovic is showing, Manchester United are showing interest in Dusan Vlahovic. Now, in regards to another player that we mentioned on this show many times, Rooney Bergji. Rumi Bargi, yeah? Rumi Bargi, like an onion Bargi, yeah? It's Rooney Bargi, right? At the end of the day, FC Copenhagen player has been linked with Man United for a very long time. The great thing about Mr. Rooney, we're going to call him Rooney, right? We're going to call him Rooney because we all know Rooney's an easier thing to say. But Rooney 2.0 is originally from Kuwait. He moved to Sweden when he was young. He's got 9 caps for Sweden under 21, 2 goals. Contract expires in December the 31st. December the 31st. The contract expires. So this deal could quite possibly be done in January. So that means Man United could quite possibly get Rooney Bargi on a free transfer in January. At the moment, if Man United want Rooney now, they're going to have to pay around 7.5 million euros, guys. So that's not a break the bank. If Man United want a highly talented player, of course, a bit like Naipan, FC Porto are interested in him, and also Olympique Marseille are also interested in the player, guys. So we're going to have to get a move on. There's lots of players that we are linked with, but we're going to have to get a move on with these players because we need to bring in some players. Of course, Man United have got such a hard start to the season, so I want these players to be playing in the preseason to be prepared for the first game of the season against Arsenal. Of course, guys, absolutely. Big up, Coco. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Really good to see you, my pal. What's going on? Big up, Jim. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Big up, Randy. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Good to see Randy in the house. Kazi, good. I don't believe it, Kazi. Send Victor Meldrew. I don't believe it. Tough start for United. Need signings, but maybe more importantly, we need outgoings. I mean, look, you know what? I would say it like this, Coco. I would be absolutely delighted if Man United get the signings that they need through the door. But what I also say is that, the players, it's not necessarily about transfer fees and that. The fact that we still got Sancho, the fact that we still got Marcus Rashford, and you know what, when they come back into the football club, could they be a disruptive influence? I wouldn't be taking Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho on the tour. I wouldn't be taking him to America. Absolutely not. I would be saying, like, you guys are not involved in my plans. You stay at home. I would not be bringing them to the tour. Absolutely not. We don't want them anymore. That is it. That is how we need to act as a football club. If we want to be a serious football club, this is how we have to act. This is how we have to act. Absolutely. Bill, last season we couldn't score goals. This season, we're going to score for fun, Bill. Hopefully, we're going to score for fun this season. I mean, we've been deprived of goals, isn't it? 1 goal every month. 1 goal a month, you know what I mean? We were sitting on here on the live watch-alongs, right? And we were like, where's a goal coming from? As soon as the opposition score, you know what I mean? We might as well just pack up and leave it. Absolutely. Randy, if we sign Osman, we will breach any defense like Iran. Big up Iran, by the way. Absolutely. Big up. Love that, Randy. Big up. Silverstrand. Given how we performed last season, it doesn't matter who we meet first 5. We must be prepared for thoroughly at all times. Silverstrand, Man United have to be prepared. And you know what? No better way to get prepared than play Arsenal and Man City and Chelsea in the opening 5 games of the season. We got nowhere to hide now. We got nowhere to hide. My only concern is Ruben Amorim. If he does not get backed and we don't get the players in that we need, and if we end up playing Arsenal and we're not ready and we're not prepared, we haven't got the players in, I fear what could happen with Ruben Amorim, because you know what? We know that the team currently that we have, apart from Cunha, is not good enough. Is not good enough. So hopefully, I pray that we have the players in time. We have all the players in time, and we're ready for the first game against Arsenal. We might have a break. We might have Fulham and Burnley. Fulham ain't easy away, but then we play Chelsea and Man City. There's no rest for the wicked. And then a couple of games later, we're playing Liverpool. You know, how's your luck? How's your luck? Do you know what I mean? This has been the problem over the last few years. Man United have always had the rough end of the stick in regards to fixtures. Have you noticed? You know? Listen, we are United. We're not scared. But come on, Listen, let's do this. Bill, and then my brother coming with Cunha, I hope. Hopefully, yeah, absolutely. I hope so as well, brother. I hope so as well, Bill. If we do in this transfer window, we'll be fine. Absolutely, I agree, Natty. David says, Sal, Rashford wanted Barcelona, but Barca wanted going for Nico Williams deserves the one hand clap video, please. All right, mate. You asked for it. You've asked for it.
Come closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
There you go. That is our message to Marcus Rashford, who wants Barcelona. But you know what? Barcelona don't want you. You know. At the end of the day, Barcelona, it's a bit like wanting a girlfriend, but she doesn't want you. She doesn't want you. You know what I mean? You're not invited, mate. You're not invited. You know, at the end of the day. So if Barcelona don't want you, move on, Rashi. Open your mind. Spread your wings. Go out there, find another football club. Do you know what I mean? It's mad, isn't it? The way these people, isn't it? And you know what you should do, Rashford?
Fuck off.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Not that rude. I don't mean to be that rude. 5-4-1 against Arsenal, their midfield. We're gonna do them, Bill. We're gonna 6-1 like the old days. You remember them days? Listen, he's injury prone, I think, and his wages are too high. I agree. 350. Yeah, I forgot to mention that he wants £350,000 a week, euros a week. Come on, guys, too much money. That's why. Yeah, he's got a bad injury record, Kazi. Randy, a front like of Cunha and Bremo and Osman will make a statement. You will score 4 or 5 or 6 or 7. I mean, you look at that front line. If I was playing against that front line, Randy, I'd be like, wow. And we've seen great front lines at Man United. We've seen Rooney, Tevez, and Ronaldo, haven't we? We've seen, obviously, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Cole, York, and Sheringham. You know, so we know what a good front line would be. When I look at that front line, that would be the most dangerous front line we've had since 2008. I'll be honest with you guys. That would be the most dangerous because you look at Mbeumo, you look at Cunha. Cunha 15 goals last season. Mbeumo 20 goals last season, both from the second midfield position. And then you have a striker like Gyökeres or Osimhen. Imagine you have that. Oh, tasty. Absolutely. His injury record is not good. I agree. Faisal. Hi, bro. Hi, Brew. What's going on, Faisal? Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're good. The midfield worry me. We have to do something in that position. Hopefully we will, even if we get a cheap option. You score, we score. Absolutely. We go back to them days. We will be ready. Come on, Faisal. Let's hope so. Come on. Absolutely. Bringing a South African striker in. Absolutely. Yeah, seeing about him. We need to look out. We need to get our scouting gear in gear. We need to get our scouting gear in gear. Absolutely. You know, top gear, actually. And go to that World Club Championship and look for players and bargains. Because I'm telling you right now, River Plate, Boca Juniors, Sundowns, these teams, Usun, you know, is that the name? Usun? You know, is that the name? I'm not too sure. But you know what? They've got players. And we should be looking at those players, of course. Big up, Kazi. Randy. We can keep Onana with a front three of Abuma, Cunha, Osimhen, Ekitike, or Gyökeres. Come on, mate. Come on, Randy. Big up the channel. Go smash the likes. Thank you so much, Abdul. Yeah, don't forget to smash the like, guys. Let's get the likes up. Thank you so much, my friend Abdullah Irvan, my friend. Good to see you, mate. Natty, it is good. We get City and Chelsea. Maybe the Club World Cup will make them tired, Natty. We're clutching at. Are we clutching at straws? Are we clutching at straws? We have to love it. We have to believe in it, of course. Bill, what's going on? Love it. Absolutely, man. Big up, Bill. Kenny, we're facing Arsenal first game home. Yeah, big up. People talking about Amorim being sacked on the 5 games. This fan base off different breed. They're off different breed. They're, you know, kicked by a horse, whatever you want to say, whatever, born from a skunk. I don't know, whatever they were at the end of the day, but definitely kicked by a horse in the process of being born. Something along those lines, because they're not going to change their opinion. And this is the thing. This is why I am concerned about Ruben Amorim, because as soon as we put a foot wrong, those Ruben Amorim outers are going to come out of their little barns, their little ditches, their little mud huts, and they're going to start going, Ruben Amorim out. We said it last season. Ruben Amorim out. We told you last season. Ruben Amorim out. We told you last season. Ruben Amorim out. Just like we had last season with Eric Ten Hag. Anyone can win the league with that team. Anyone can win the league with that team. Oh, goodness me. These guys make their apologies louder than their abuse, of course. Rashi, goodbye. Love to see you go and have a bad times. Absolutely. Don't turn around because you're going to see my heart. I mean, no, that's a different one, isn't it? Don't turn around because you're going to see my heart breaking. Not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Natty, smash the likes and subscribe button. Come on, Natty. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Did you see the clip when Inter Miami played Al Ali? One of them players told Messi that World Cup was rigged. Absolutely. It was rigged. Kazi, I live in the UAE, and I'm not going to say who it is, right? I'm not going to say who it is, but someone very high up told me it was rigged. They wanted him to win the World Cup. They wanted something to remember the World Cup by. They said it at the beginning of the World Cup. We want to see Messi lift the World Cup. You know what I mean? Randy, all managers out. For real, Sal. Rance and Saeed are the worst. Always gassing up. So glad to have found you. Thank you, Coco. Rance and Saeed are lost cause, mate. At the end of the day, I don't know whether it's a mental illness. I don't know whether it's the cholesterol getting to Saeed's head. I don't know what's going on at the moment. Something is definitely going on with him. To be honest with you, I don't know whether Rance, you know what, Rance was, he reminds me of Streets of Rage, one of those, those weak little fighters on Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage, you know what I mean? I don't want to get the cap in. No, bruv. He's a fraud, bruv. He's a fraud. He's a peanut head, bruv. Portuguese fraud, bruv. No, man. I support Manchester United, bruv. I saw a treble, bruv. You saw a treble when you're in your diapers, you fool. You ain't seen no treble, mate. I was at the treble. You know what I mean? I slept on a bloody beach. You guys. People saying we are worried about Arsenal. I bet Arsenal are bricking it about playing us. Exactly, Bill. Exactly. They're the ones you should be scared. We're not scared of Arsenal. I know that Terry, my old guy Terry's going to be saying, we're scared of Arsenal. I know he likes saying that. He loves saying, we're scared of Arsenal. We're going to be scared. Ooh, you know what I mean? I used to know one of my good friends was a guy called Saeed Halawan. Was an Algerian fella. And every time Halloween would come, he would say, you're going to get a Halloween surprise. You know what I mean? Halloween, because his name sounded like Halloween. So basically, that is what Arsenal are going to get, a Halloween surprise. Absolutely. You know what I mean? But they're going to get a Jokeres surprise or Embremo or Cunha surprise. Absolutely. Big up, Coco. Big up, Kazi. Hope you're doing well. They want Amorim out, but they are a disgrace. Some of our fans have no knowledge about football. They don't, man. They just want clicks and likes, and they want sensationalist headlines. That's what they want. That is what they deal with. That is all they deal with at the end of the day. They don't look at things in context. They don't look at things objectively. They don't look at the fact that if Ruben Amorim is going to be backed or not. You know what I mean? That is the key. If Ruben Amorim is backed, I will be as critical. I won't be critical like them, but I will be critical. But at the end of the day, he does need to get his team working together, doesn't he? And it just clowns, mate. I wish they didn't support Man United. I know that Rance doesn't support Man United. He supports Spurs. I heard that from a very well-known source. Yeah. Rance came to the United stand trials with a Tottenham jersey with a Man United top on top. But you know what? I was at them trials, by the way. Some Manchester United fans hate managers but love the Glazers. When have you ever seen Glazers out? When have you ever seen Ineos? When have you ever seen R.I.P. Sir Bobby Charlton? When have you ever seen R.I.P. the great Dennis Law? When have you ever seen that on their channels? When have you ever seen that on their channels? They're great Man United. They're big Man United fans, right? But when do you ever see that? I mean, let's forget about the Glazers and Ineos. Let's think about Sir Bobby Charlton. Let's think about the great Sir Bobby Charlton, right? When did they say R.I.P. Bobby Charlton, rest in peace? I dedicated a show to Sir Bobby Charlton. I dedicated a show to Dennis Law because I know how important those players were for Manchester United in our history. They would never do that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. George, Vlahovic is just a Serbian Hoyland, and I'd stick with Hoyland over him. Big up, George. There you go. That said it in one. Absolutely. Arsenal are scary. The gimmick, man. I swear. Arsenal are scary. I don't know if it's a joke, Kenny. I don't know if it's a joke, but scary. Ooh, scary. We're going to get an Arsenal surprise. Ooh, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Scared of Arsenal. Scared of Arsenal. Oh, my goodness. Give me a break. You know what? I've seen us beat Arsenal 6-2 at Highbury. I've seen us beat Arsenal 6-1 at Old Trafford. I've seen us beat Arsenal 8-2 at Old Trafford. I've seen us smack Arsenal in the Champions League. We should never be afraid of bloody Arsenal. God blimey. Can you imagine being scared of Arsenal? You might as well pack it in and go away. Absolutely. George. Love United, hate the Glazers. Absolutely, George. 100%. Big up, Sal. Big up, LT. What's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. I also don't get why after the fixture list is out and now the theme is Amorim will be gone by Christmas. It's an exhausting forgetting that our better games were against the big teams. LT, you know what I would say? It is exhausting. Exactly what you're saying there. You're spot on, LT, my friend. These guys, I question their loyalty to this football club. I worry about Ruben Amorim partly because of the fan base. I worry because, the start is difficult. And if anything goes wrong, if we lose to Man City or we lose to Arsenal or we lose to Chelsea, it's going to be toxic again, isn't it? And he's going to be hounded at the football club. Now, Man United have had a habit of hounding people at the football club. Man United never used to be a team that used to hound people at the football club. But we do that these days. We hound people at the football club. We get rid of people at the football club. Not looking at the context, not looking at who's owning the football club, not looking at the culture of the football club that resonates all the way down from the top. They don't look at that. They look at things in a simplistic way. Goo gaga football. Ooh, goo gaga. You kick ball into goal. Goal. That is how they see football. They don't really see football in a contextual point of view or an objective point of view in regards to their own opinion and their own narrative. They worship their opinion. They worship their narrative. And anyone who goes against that narrative is wronged and you know what, gets abused. Basically, that's what it is. Big up, LT. Coco. As a United, we can never have respect for Arsenal. We gave them PTSD from all the spankings we gave them. Absolutely. This is why I'm like, you know what? How can we ever be scared of Arsenal? How can we ever be scared of Arsenal? I have no way. No way, Jose. Helge, good evening, good afternoon, good night. How you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well. I'd rather meet Rusty Arsenal City and Chelsea. I reckon we will come out of the block with a point to prove. If we're shocked, people will be shocked. If we don't, people won't be shocked. It's a win-win. What I would say, Helge, you know what? One thing is, if you look at things in a positive light, Man United will have to be prepared. Man United will have to be ready. If we're playing Sunderland at home, for example, we always leave ourselves open to complacency. This game, we can't be complacent. We know who it is. We're playing Arsenal. We know what to do. And we know what we've done in the past against Arsenal, isn't it? You know what I mean? Absolutely. Just like taxes, we beat Arsenal. That's how it should be. Absolutely. We love our club. No toxic internet doesn't reflect. Match going. Big up Lanzo. Love it. Big up Red Devil. Big up Rich. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Spirit Ball. You know everything about Manchester United. Big up Spirit Ball. Hope you're well. LT, my only worry at the moment is getting our new front three in the preseason. This is the worry that we have. If there's anything I'm scared about, it's that getting things done before the preseason so we can prepare tactically, mentally, and be ready for the first game against Arsenal. Knowing our tactics, knowing our lineup, our best lineup. You know what I mean? I want to see the lineup. I know we're going to have Cunha, Bremo, a striker. You know what I mean? And I want to think, yeah, we're ready for this. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's not forget we played Arsenal a couple of years ago with, you remember when Anthony made his debut and Anthony scored the goal. It was early in the season as well at Old Trafford and Anthony scored the winning goal. Do you remember that? We won 3-1, if people remember. Elge. This misconception about Vlahovic is mad. All I can see in socials is everyone thinking he's a Serbian Hoyland or Morata. My family is from Turin and Juve supporters. I've watched him for 2 years. One thing about the only criticism I'll say about Vlahovic, right, is he's a talented player, injury record. That's it. But, he scores goals. He scores goals. But why are Juve so open to selling him? And maybe he's not going to accept a contract or do you prefer English cuisine or Indian cuisine? Why Indian? Do I look Indian? I prefer my favorite food, mate. It's very hard to say on here. I do love, lots of things. You know, I love lots of things. You know, I do love a good meat and chips from the doner kebab shop. A proper doner kebab shop. I mean, I don't know. There's a doner kebab shop in Walthamstow in East London, Northeast London. It used to be called Moonstar. And they used to have these beautiful doner kebabs with chips. Unbelievable. Rich, I'm looking forward to the Arsenal game. Of course, we can win it. We knocked them out of the FA Cup last year with 10 men. Exactly. Come on, Rich. Come on, my guy. You know, I've never feared Arsenal in my life. When I think about Arsenal, I only think good memories. When I think about Arsenal, I think, oh, Ryan Giggs. Oh, yeah, taking on the whole team. When I think about Arsenal, I think, oh, you know what? Last game of the season, 98, 99. Oh, what a time to be alive. When I think about Arsenal, I think, oh, 2008 Champions League semi-final. You know, 2009, sorry. Champions League semi-final. Oh, what a lovely time that was. That's how I think when I think about Arsenal. I think about Arsenal like, oh, you remember Arsenal when we played Raphael and Fabio on the right midfield and the left midfield and we still managed to beat Arsenal 2-0. Wouldn't that be... Look, guys, I have lots of good memories about Arsenal. I can go on and on and on. And Ariston, all the way back to when we beat them 6-2 at Highbury. All those days, remember those? I think about the days, those endless days, those sick days you gave me. Thank you, Arsenal. Days I remember all my life. Absolutely. Coco. Toxic channels definitely got to be ignored, just like the toxic media. Glazers to blame for sure. Players as well as be toxic fans definitely have their parts to play. Absolutely, Coco. You know what? I criticize with the best of them. I criticize, but all the time I do. Like last season, I was criticizing. But one thing I don't do, I don't go into the realms of abuse. There are people who are planting a seed already with Ruben Amorim. The season hasn't even started, but they're already planting this seed, right, that is blossoming into hatred for Ruben Amorim, right? And the Ruben Amorim train is growing. What I would do are cool things, with context. I weren't happy with the Europa League final, but I look at that in context as well. I look at that with the same players that, you know, have been stinking at the place for many years. Those same players were bottlers for many, many years. You know, at the end of the day, I know what Ruben Amorim can do, you know, and I hope that he's back this summer so he can prove what he can do. And if he does it, if we beat Arsenal in the first game of the season, those guys, they better have their apologies ready. They better have it ready. They can come on here if they want and apologize. I won't mind. I'm very forgiving. Helge, he is amazing, but he has played Juventus in a period where creating goals in their biggest weakness. He's absolute class, and everyone who thinks otherwise hasn't seen him. He's a prolific, Helge, and he scored goals for Serbia for fun. I know that. Guys, he's very highly rated. It is a player that will cost money, though. He's got 1 year left on his contract. It'll cost about 50 million, probably. Not as much as other strikers, of course. Lanzo. Ruben with a preseason will be different animal. Everyone talks about systems. He has one, just needs it to do it into the players. I hope so, Lanzo. I believe in Ruben Amorim all the way. I believe in Ruben Amorim. I believe in him. You know what I mean? And I hope he proves a lot of people wrong. You know what I mean? Rich, I'm not worried about Amorim. I think the people above him at the club are looking at the bigger picture, and he'll be backed. Time, not just money. Exactly. I do think he will be backed. I think that the noises that you're hearing about with Ineos, I mean, don't take it literally. They do need to hurry up. They do need to get him ready for the preseason. These players ready for the preseason, which starts on the 7th of July. We need a preseason for these players. Ugarte didn't get a preseason last season and obviously was inconsistent, obviously, because he didn't get a preseason. I think Ugarte will have a big season this season. If we can get the preseason, the players in by then, and we can work on the system, we can work on the tactics and the team, I think we'll be all right. We'll be all right, and he will be all right. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Helge, I watched 95% of Vlahovic. Even when he was at Fiorentina, I used to watch him every single game. All the narrative is just Twitter people who don't know shit about Vlahovic. Absolutely. You know what it is, Helge? Let me tell you something about football, right? I know. Let me just tell you something. People will always have their favorites. People will always lean towards slandering a player because he's not their favorite. I've seen people slandering Mbremo. I've seen people slandering Cunha. I've seen people slandering Gyökeres, including Rio Ferdinand. You know, at the end of the day, what it is that because it's not their favorite player, they get all angry and fidgety and annoyed. I've had some of them on this channel. You know what I mean? I refuse to conversate with them because, you know, they're Mbremo this, Mbremo that, Cunha this, Cunha that. He's not this, he's not that. You know what I mean? And I mean, I've heard it, you know, just because they prefer a certain player. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Absolutely. Helge, we are not Manchester United. We are Manchester divided. I agree, mate. And there's only a few people to as an excuse for that. Ellen, gonna listen to you guys argue while I'm doing the housework. Go Reds, Arsenal stand no chance. Come on, Ellen, big up. Don't be like that. I never ever heard of a Theo fan, Juve or fan, or a Serbian fan who said that he's not amazing. All of the people saying negative things about him are experts. Tongue twister, clipping up shit or whatever, not having it. Don't worry about it, Held. Listen, Held, opinion ain't fat. Take it in and let it go, brother. Take it in and let it go. Inhale and exhale. That is what Jane Fonda used to say. Inhale and exhale. Again, lift and exhale. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? My mum used to have this VHS tape of Jane Fonda. We're taking a conversation all the way from Dusan Vlahovic to Jane Fonda, as we do on this channel. So, yeah, my mother used to have the VHS tape, you know what I mean? And she used to keep herself fit. And she'd be, inhale and exhale. Again, lift and exhale. That's it. That's what we do. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Opinions ain't facts. Taking them in and let them go, my guy. Absolutely. Hesty, what's going on? Whenever your carriers end up go first, the fixing this is going to be interesting. Yeah. It's the first game. Whether he plays for Man United, whether he plays for Arsenal, it's going to be extremely interesting, guys. Watch out. Watch this space. Juve won the Senate because he wants to go, because he feels no future at Juve and he wants to go to the project believes they front it differently. So they put Juve in a better light. Big club Juve, of course, that's why. George, he was only good at Fiorentina. His hype is over now. Don't start something. Don't start something. Got me started. Last season, we should have won that game. I thought you said we should have won the league. I was going to go, what the hell, Kenny? What's going on? Last season, we should have won that game. The one at Old Trafford, yeah. The one at Highbury, we should have won as well. The Emirates, we should have won as well. Bill, if you ever get the chance, I'll try Indonesian rendang. Nice and spicy. Oh, I'm a butter chicken guy. Bill, I'm a butter chicken guy. Butter chicken and rice, mate. All day long. All day long. And Ariston, I am a butter chicken guy. Yeah, mate. All day long. Toffee, a sticky toffee pudding. Guys, you know, if you ever take me out for dinner, don't forget the sticky toffee pudding, because sticky toffee pudding and custard, Madagascar custard, will go down a treat for me. You're making me hungry, guys. My goodness me. I can't get Madagascar custard here. Or, yeah, I mean, I can go to Waitrose. They do have Waitrose in the UAE, by the way. George, I still remember when Lingard turned on the Emirates dance floor. Absolutely. What great days, isn't it? Great days. We are, Arsenal are, how do you say it? You know, are our biash, I should say. George, muscle soy, but take a walk. I have watched around 200 games of him. Come on, guys. It's opinion. It's opinion. Opinions. Absolutely. 6-2 at Highbury. I thought 4-2, where Ronaldo said, Kenny, come on, Kenny. Kenny, I'm older than you, bruv. 4-2 was in 2005, bruv. 6-2 was in 1992. Come on, Kenny. Kenny, I know you're not that old. You probably wasn't born when I watched that game. I was at that game. Let's cook. Come on, call me Sia. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Oops, I did it again. Natty, his wages is high. That's why Vlahovic is leaving. 350 grand is quite steep. I believe good times era starts now. Come on, call me Sia. Love it. Love the positivity. Of course, Arsenal are the only team slower than United in the transfer window. It's great. Arteta loves Havertz with Havertz up front. It's great. Come on, Jim. Guys, 6-2 against Arsenal. Lee Sharp was man of the match. Lee Sharp, blue kit. Love it. You know what I mean? What a jersey that was. Amorim is an emotional leader and a mastermind of class. He knows how to handle pressure. Love him. Support him all the way. Give him the time to work his magic. Come on, my friend. Love the positivity. Absolutely, my friend. Love it. Natty, the good day will come. We have to be strong and support this beautiful. The sun will rise for us one day. This is the beauty of football. You know what? You only appreciate the sun when you felt a little bit of rain. You can only appreciate the light when you felt a little bit of pain. Absolutely. Or joy when you felt a little bit of pain. I would love that. He's one of my favorite players. You know what I mean? Amorim, smiling assassin. Absolutely. Injury record stems from playing too much, too young. He's just turned 25, has played 220 senior games, 50 caps for the national team. He's 43 grams, 98 for Theo, 95, blah, blah, blah. for Juve. And bloody hell, is this Weight Watchers, Helge? What's going on? You know what I mean? Do I need one of those stars on my Weight Watchers little thing? You know what I mean? What's going on? I've never been a mass. Yeah. How many kilograms is he? Kenny, how much does Vlahovic worth? What is his wage demand? 350,000 euros a week, and he will be worth about 35 million market value euros. But he'd probably go for 50. And Man United, agreed. 100%. Kenny, just hope he's up front of us. Absolutely. Our main problem is the fans. Is that we let media con us into thinking everything is about the manager when the owners have been the problem. Exactly. They forget about the owners so quickly, don't they? They forget about them so quickly. They forget about the Glazers like this. When we start losing games, it's incredible how, you know, part of me thinks that the Glazers like us losing games, you know, because we forget about the Glazers like that, don't we? You know? Arsenal game, yes, Sal. Big up, big up. 6-2. David Raya made that double save. Yes, yes. I've calmed down now and said what I need to say about him. Needed to put the facts straight. There you go. It's all opinions, of course. Absolutely. Butter chicken is my favorite too, Sal. It's the best, mate. Butter chicken, butter chicken, butter chicken, butter chicken. Absolutely. Love the butter chicken, mate. I love it. Absolutely. Whether it's no matter where I get it from. I get it from Waitrose. You know the ready cooked one. The ready cooked one. But the best butter chicken I've ever tasted was in the hotel in Dubai. There's a hotel in Dubai. The butter chicken was sublime. It was absolutely sublime. An absolutely marvelous piece of an artistry, to be honest with you. Cookery. Yeah. Absolutely. Brilliant. Shabam, hope you're doing well, brother. We are winning all the first 5 fixtures, aren't we? Let's do that. Imagine we did that, Shabam. Imagine the confidence that will be around Man United if we did that. Imagine it. Imagine Liam Delap. Oh, can't get the ball, Liam Delap. I can't get the ball. Liam Delap. Can't score goals, Liam Delap. 3 games without a goal, Liam Delap. Yeah, you see Liam Delap. You're going to see a fortress at Old Trafford, my guy. You're going to see it. Don't worry about that. Absolutely. Held. My priority list for strikers, Osimhen, Vlahovic, Mateta, Sal. No Gyökeres in there anymore. Whoa, hey. Bill, what's the best goal you've seen live, Sal? The best goal I've seen live? It's a good question. In regards to talent, in regards to skill. The best goal I saw live. It's a tough one. I've seen some great goals live, you know. Probably, let me think. The best goal I've seen live is probably the Andy Cole probably against Wimbledon scissor kick, 35 yards. I was right next to it. It was probably one of the best goals I've seen live. Yeah, I've seen some good ones though. That is one of my favorites. I've seen a lot of pulse goals in the top corner ones. I've seen a lot of that. I was also at the Bradford game where he smacked it in from the corner. That was one of my best ones as well. But I'll say Andy Cole scissor kick 25 yards against Wimbledon. I would say. I wasn't born at that time, but good to know. Big up, Kenny. Big up, no problem. You have an excellent day, my brother. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. I blocked Rant's channel, but he still pops up on my feeds that Arsenal fans make compilation of Rant because he's a you know, people banter these guys. They banter them, you know, they're clowns, you know, that's why we get bantered. Havertz can't score if the goalkeeper's asleep. There you go. Big up at Havertz. Havertz will be playing up front and, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Hateful person, mate. Hateful person. Very. Big up, Sal. Big up, Danny B. How you doing, my friend? Are we doing well? Good to see you, mate. We will bury Arsenal in the live first game. Bring them to Old Trafford. Come on, Natty. Bring it in. What do you think of Paul Pogba as a squad player? I think he can still be a baller and he's a free agent. United get in. Nah. For me, nah. Call me Sia. I like Pogba. We're very excited when we signed him for the second time. I just don't think he's got it anymore. I don't believe in going back. I never believe in going back. Unless your name's Paul Scholes, I don't believe going back. Absolutely not. He's gone to Monaco. He's going to Monaco, isn't he? Held. There are only two things I love more than Amorim is my mum and my cat. Amorim, for president, Amorim can cure cancer. I'm so ready for the vindication and shocking the world next season. Come on, Helge. Love it. That's the cool sort of comments I love, mate. That's what we're talking about. Let's bring that positivity in. We're going to be pumped for the start of the season, Helge. We ain't even started, mate. We're going to be pumped. We're going to be pumped, mate. We're going to be ready for this game. Probably the first 20 minutes of the Arsenal game might calm us down a little bit. But you know what? We're pumped. Absolutely. Comments out. Valverde, good player. Will they sell him to us? 007 bending. Big up, Kelly. Absolutely. He's going to have a stinker, generational stinker, and hooked against Manchester United. Absolutely. Match for me against Palace. I think Andy Cole, who chipped against a keeper. Andy Cole done a scissor kick for me. That was the one I remember against Wimbledon. Fabulous goal. Fabulous. But I've seen Beckham score free kicks. I've seen a treble at the Nou Camp. Different type of goals, but the euphoria. Those are the best goals I've witnessed in regards to the importance of those goals. You know, but I've also seen great goals from Man United. I've seen the goals from Paul Scholes. I've seen chips from. I've seen goals against Liverpool. The Giggs goal against Liverpool at Anfield. The free kick from Irwin. I've seen that. You know, lots of great times, man. Lots of great times in my time. Absolutely brilliant goals I've seen. Beckham at Upton Park chipped it from near the corner on the touchline, chipped it all the way over the goalkeeper. Man United won that game. I think it was 5-3 or something like that. Helge, 100% believe Arsenal will be up cocky, deluded, and underestimating us in the open. Let them do that, absolutely. While we'll be the team with the most points to prove. Pro pre-season, I think we will smash them. We'll be ready for that game. Let me just say that right now. We will be ready for that game. You know what I mean? We'll be ready for that game. We're going to be pumped up for that game. I can feel it. I'm glad we're playing Arsenal because you know what? We got no excuses. We don't need to, you know what? It's Arsenal, guys. You know what I mean? Call me out. Imagine Bruno Fernandes and Pogba in the midfield with Cunha and Bremo. Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes never worked well together when they were playing together before. They didn't really work well together. And actually, they didn't like each other, by the way. Call me Sia. Don't shoot the messenger. If we win the first 5 games, Sal, do you think Andy Tate clip? Title charge. Andy Tate, mate, look, let me tell you about Andy Tate, right? Andy Tate is a Man United through and through, right? But Andy Tate, he's a bit of a clown, isn't he? And I want Man United, right? I've got Italian roots, right? My wife is Italian, okay? We need to be scary as a football club. We need to be scary as a football club, you know? We need to stop this clownery, you know? You know what I mean? We need to stop it. And we need to be determined, scary, and you know what? Back to the way we used to be, without any clownery going on. Because people do that for viral videos and stuff like that, viral and everything like that. They like to go viral and, you know, and I wouldn't have him on the channel because I just feel like it'd just be like taking a piss, you know? Tulip, hey Sal, that's a tough start to the season, but I'd prefer to play the big teams early while they. It can work both ways, isn't it, Tulip? It can work both ways. Inesan, I hope we can get some positive news soon. We will do. I hope so. Absolutely. Let's bring back Bobo Lugaga as well. Maybe light a fire in Sancho and Rash's belly. Ballers cooking. Oh, Helge is bantering. I definitely think Helge is bantering. He's got to be bantering there. Helge, are you bantering? I wouldn't mind Vajovic a decent price. We can get him just the wages. We can get the wages down. Pogba, Sancho, Rashford are mercenaries. Bring bad attitude to the dressing room. Key there, Lisa. You said it there. They bring bad attitudes. That is what it is. They bring bad attitudes. Absolutely spot on. Freedom could be gone finally. Let's pray he does. I mean, he's not going to go. He's going to stay until he's going to run down the last year of his contract. I believe that he's going to run the last year of his contract down. And what I would say is that he probably go on loan for the end of the season. Sancho wins at the end of the day. Sancho's going to get a big payoff wherever he goes. If he goes to another football club, he's going to get a big payoff, isn't he? At the end of the day. And you know what our parting gift should be?
Come closer. What is the sound of one hand clapping?
I don't know. What is the sound of one?
That is our parting gift to him. And this.
Fuck off.
That as well. Okay. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. Beckham Alpha a goal as well. Which one you attended, Kenny? You definitely didn't attend that because that was 1996, mate. You probably were. That was 1990, 95, 96, wasn't it? 96, 97, 96, 96, 97. Yeah. Which one have you attended, Kenny? You haven't been to a game yet, Kenny, have you? Randy, Scorpion, a goal, Mkhitaryan. It was offside, by the way, but we got away with it. No VAR. Did you? I would never believe 2008 Tevez first game against his old club West Ham at Old Trafford. My first time watching United live and scores a long shot 35 minutes. I remember that off the corner, off the side of the box, outside the box, straight over the goalkeeper. Brilliant goal. I was at that game as well, Elge. The thing is, I was Stretford end, so I saw things from far away. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about another goal against Man United. A good goal I've seen is the Kaka, AC Milan against Man United. That was a good goal. I will never forget, absolutely. I want the battle, Turkey versus Marty. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on, man. It's already got a little bit of spice there. One thing has annoyed me about United is how we never freeze our players. So many other clubs do that. It's normal. Not a part of the project. We never do that. It's so normal. The problem is, but some of these players don't deserve that, do they? Absolutely. Call me Sia. This season we are turning heads. I can feel it. My stomach is hungry for something this season. It's not just me. I believe we are in it. Just how we play in our game. Come on, Call me Sia. Good to see you here. Good to have a bit of positivity, my friend. Absolutely. Goodness me. It's Helge. You're taking a piss, mate. Oh God. Oh, Helge. How about our players, our big clubs don't want them and loan them? Very shameful. It's shameful, isn't it? Embarrassing. People would rather pay you to go. Chidger in a back header. Good goal. Stoke City. I mean, it's so basic. It's not being harsh or anything. It's how clubs are driven. We never do that. It's so annoying. I know it's because of financial, but legit, all other clubs do that. We are run differently, mate. We are run badly. We're drifting away from the mercenary days, isn't it? In regards to Woodward and Murto and those days, of course. So hopefully we get away from that once and for all. I definitely agree with that, Held. Absolutely. We need to start being ruthless as a football club again and get back to where we used to be. Where we used to be, guys. Absolutely. That's what I would say about that. But guys, I want to thank everyone for joining me today. Bill, a big problem United nowadays is we lost a lot of character. That's why I think Bremer and Cunha would change that. I agree. Character's a big thing that we've lost. Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely. And we've missed that for many, many years. The Gein, the Brian Robson, the Cantona sort of character. Even the Steve Bruce characters and Schmeichel characters and things like that. Those were amazing characters, guys. Guys, thank you for joining me. Big up, you legend. Big up, Helge. Thank you so much for joining me again. Guys, don't forget to join me tomorrow for Breaking Dawn. And also don't forget to keep your notifications on in case I go live. Obviously, there might be some news coming out of Man United. You never know. Guys, have a great day. Have a great evening, great night, wherever you are in the world. I'm Sal Warner. This is Chatterbox, and I shall see you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you later on if anything breaks. Take it easy, guys. Peace.